Donald Trump and his congressional Republicans, as well as every blatherer on Fox News, are all over Robert Mueller and his team, as well as the FBI and the Justice Department. They have impugned Mueller's integrity, attacked the FBI, saying it's in tatters. Somebody please tell me what an FBI in tatters would look like. And have generally done whatever they could to undermine public confidence in the folks who enforce our laws. Okay, we get the political leverage thereafter. We also get the cynical, anti-American nature of dragging down a bedrock of our republic solely for political advantage. I'm sure it's making Vladimir Putin smile. But here's the thing. I want somebody to give me just one example of compromised integrity of Mueller or the FBI. I don't mean wild, awful-sounding accusations without substance. I mean facts. If your views are in line with those of Trump, please offer your solid evidence of malfeasance of our top law enforcement agency or the special counsel or his team in the comments section in the bottom of the written blog. And no, his team members expressing of political views is not evidence of malfeasance or of compromised integrity. Here's my view. This whole exercise is another chapter in the Trump-Bannon quest to tear everything apart, to bring it crashing down. Ripping apart the Justice Department would be a potent step for that. Doing so would also affirm that Trump is a poor but brave victim of his awful enemies, like the judiciary, the press, and free elections. This is what fascism looks like. If you're a conservative, how does tearing down the Justice Department play for you? Next point. Nikki Haley was given the honor of representing the United States of America in the United Nations, which was more than a little weird, since she had absolutely no experience in either foreign affairs or diplomacy. Her ineptitude was made manifest on December 21st, the winter solstice, as her dim light matched the longest darkness of the year when she addressed the United Nations. She spoke in opposition to a non-binding UN resolution calling for the U.S. to rescind its decree formally recognizing Jerusalem as the capital of Israel and pledging to move our embassy there. There's a link in the written blog to her remarks. Click through and listen. It's just 1.25 minutes long. As you listen, note the thuggish tone about the insistence of blind loyalty and subservience to the U.S. Haley's infantile temper tantrum makes for yet another day of embarrassment for the United States on the world stage and is as shameful and as crass as it can be. This is putting the unending search for world peace onto a return on investment pro forma spreadsheet and threatening to end our investment because we didn't get treated well by the meanies in the UN. This is blatantly declaring that the United States will bull its way through the world with no concern for others just because we can. This is idiotically declaring that a challenge to Trump after his having thrown gasoline onto the fires in the Middle East is somehow a threat to our sovereignty, so we're having a hissy fit at the United Nations. Somebody please tell me how being a bully in the world advances our interests or that of our allies. Somebody please tell me how sticking a finger in the eyes of every other nation of the world makes our Americans or our allies safer. Somebody please tell me what is conservative about dissing the United Nations. Sleep well, knowing that your government is doing all it can to tear apart our own foundations and at the same time undermining our safety and security in the world. If that's okay with you, you might want to recheck your conservative credentials because you used to be a bedrock law and order supporter, a believer in the Constitution and the rule of law. You used to believe in America. I'm Jack Altshuler.